Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to RonTV Eats, and I have in my hand today is an egg. So today we'll be making stuffed omelettes. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's do this. Okay, so you're going to separate the egg whites from the egg yolks. So this takes a lot of practice. This is my first time, so I'm not really good in doing this. In fact, behind the scenes, my cameraman is laughing at me. Okay, so you just want to separate the egg yolks from the egg whites because we're going to do something with them in a little bit after this. Okay, so next is we're going to whisk it. We're going to whisk the egg whites into airy, foamy, fluffy bits. Like for example, use a mixer for this, guys. I didn't set up mine, so I had to do this the hard way. So don't stop whisking until you form white, fluffy, sort of marshmallowy texture on your egg whites. Next is you're going to do your stuffing. So in a heated pan, you're going to melt 1 tablespoon of butter. And then you're going to add garlic and onions first. So what we want to do is we're going to soften up these onions. And then we're going to add in a few moments some green bell peppers. Make sure that they're cubed, guys. It's a lot easier to cook. So we're going to soften them up. We're going to add some bacon as well for taste. And then some mushrooms. And then just saute them until all of the moisture from both the mushrooms and the bell pepper. So add some salt just for seasoning. So just make sure that all of the moisture is out, guys. Mushrooms are very moist, so take good care into evaporating all of the water. And then we're going to cover and simmer for 5 to 10 minutes. Next is, after we beat the eggs into a fluffy paste, we're going to add the egg yolks back. But instead of using the wire whisk, we're going to use a spatula because we're going to fold the eggs so that they won't turn out to be a little bit solid. We want them to be light and fluffy, and if we whisk them too hard, they're going to be very what's the proper term? They're going to be a lot mealy. Okay, we're aiming for fluffy eggs. Okay, so make sure that you have a bigger spatula than what I'm using at the moment because this is a lot harder. Okay, so my sister, out of sympathy for me, just gave me a giant spatula. So what you're going to do is you're going to keep folding until the egg yolks mix with the egg white without turning the egg whites into a solid. So we still want them to keep that fluffy, airy texture. And then we're going to fish out the stuffing because we're going to cook the egg whites or the omelette. Okay, so let's just finish for me finishing that. And then back into the pan, we're going to heat up some butter. Just keep stirring so that the butter will melt easily. Okay, so impatiently wait until the butter is melted. Just keep stirring so that the heat will melt the butter a lot faster. Next, add your egg mixture into the pan. Please note guys that egg whites tend to burn a lot faster than normal omelette, so I learned this the hard way. Thank God I didn't get any burned edges, but please bear this in mind when you're making this type of omelette. And then I'm just going to add on the surface some cheese. You can use any cheese that you want, but these sandwich cheeses are the only things found in my refrigerator, so they'll have to do. Okay, so now we're just going to use a plastic spatula in order to see the doneness underneath. You don't want to leave this too long because, as I said earlier, egg whites tend to burn or brown a lot faster. So we're pulling it out into the plate. And then you're greeted with a fluffy, airy, very light textured egg. This is an omelette on itself, but since we're making a stuffed omelette, let's get our stuffings. So let's get our stuffings into the omelette plate. So as you can see, I'm only using half of the stuffings because I'll be making something very special with that next week, so tune in. So next is we're going to fold the omelette. Okay, so you can see already there's some browning and a bit of darker color at the edge. Don't worry about it, this is just the natural part of cooking with egg white. So we're going to keep folding it so that it resembles an omelette. So just don't panic with this. So just clean it up, plate this, make sure all of the stuffings are inside, and there you go. An omelette. So next I'm going to taste this. So the eggs are very light and textured. They feel a little bland. So to get a second opinion, I'm asking my sister who's been working behind the camera, helping me with the show. Taste this. Okay, so her feedback became that the egg was a little bit bland, but the flavor, the stuffing, has some nice textures into it. So in order to combat this, I am going to do the one thing that you shouldn't do. So I'm putting salt after cooking or even after tasting. Okay, so she's taking a second bite on this. So there you go guys, an omelette with a lot of stuffing into it. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.